Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Richard, and I'm here with Anchor Audio. We're here to present some new products that are coming along, but also give you some updates and get you some new information on products that we currently offer. This is going to be a great little session for customers that have known our products and want to see what's currently available and what's coming down the line. But it's also a great opportunity for you to learn more about the brand in case you haven't heard of us before. So for today's agenda, we're going to kind of cover an introduction, go into Anchor Audio itself. From there, we'll touch points on our technology that sets us apart from other manufacturers, get into the product line and what we offer and the solutions that it's great for. At the end, we'll kind of give you what's coming up for Anchor Audio as far as our new product launch. And then at the end, we're going to have an open discussion. So if you do have any questions, we can go ahead and answer them there. But while I'm presenting, if anything does come up on your side, there is a question and answer section down at the bottom of Zoom that you can ask questions, or you can turn on your microphone and ask questions at any time. So if anything does come to mind, just feel free to send it on out, and I'll be more than happy to answer it for you. So a little introduction on myself. I've actually been with Anchor Audio now going on 13 years. I've actually worked in the different areas in all of our departments. So I've actually done production, tech support, sales, and then now currently into sales management. So that's given me a really extensive knowledge of our company and kind of the top to bottom view as far as what we're offering and the different directions that we can take. One thing I always say about myself is that even though I've been here 13 years, I'm constantly still learning new things, whether it's from our vendors, our dealer network, and even our own employees here. So for me, it's one of those things where I can say, I've known a lot of different things about our product, but at the same time, there's always things that I'm learning every day. So to give you a little insight on Anchor Audio, we've actually been in the business now for 50 years. We've actually been one of the leading manufacturers when it comes to portable battery-powered PA solutions. Our conferencing systems and all of our specialty sound systems range from a different product line. So this way, again, we're giving you all types of different solutions that can be offered. And then, of course, one of the big questions we always get from our customers and our resellers is, where is the product manufactured? We're proud to say that we're manufactured here in San Diego, California, Carlsbad to be specific. But everything is done here in-house. So any of your product that's shipping will most likely come from us here. And then Data Visual currently stocks the product to give you guys a bit more faster shipping time, but also save some costs on the freight. So one of the big things with our company that sets us apart is our leading warranty and service options. Here at Anchor Audio, we have the industry-leading warranty, which is a 642. That's going to be a 6-year overall warranty on the product itself, 4-year warranty on our batteries, and then 2 years warranty on our accessories like our microphones and belt packs and things like that. Our repair center is located here in California, but we do offer tech support via web, email, and also by phone. We currently have a chat feature now on our website. So this way, if you have any questions about our product or need support, our technicians are always available. And then the sales team is also available as well to help. In case there are other things that you are searching for in regards to our product, in regards to the service side, Anchor Audio does also offer a knowledge base on our website. So this way you can kind of see different things that we offer as far as installation modules, how to troubleshoot your batteries, and how to troubleshoot your system in general. Going over to Anchor Cares, that's actually a new campaign that we've been running here at Anchor Audio. Each letter represents something about us as a company. Number one being that the customer is number one. So for us, we wouldn't be in business without our customers. So this is why we put a real big emphasis on our warranty and our service support. The one thing about Anchor Audio is that you're always can always get one of us by phone, email, or chat. So even if it's for sales and sales is not available, texts are always available, and vice versa. If texts aren't available, that's where the sales team members can kind of jump in and help guide and assist you in your projects. So right now, as far as shipping goes, the one thing that does help us being that we are a U.S. manufacturer. Currently, our shipping times are about a 1 to 3 day lead time. All items that are in stock will ship same day if the order is purchased before 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In case a product is not available or out of stock, it's a quick 1 to 3 day lead time, most likely fluctuating on that 1 to 2 days. If it's multiple quantities, then you look closer to the 2 to 3 days. But that's one of the things that does help us is getting the product to our customers in a very efficient and quick time.
Sorry to cut in there, Richard. We can't see your screen.
Oh, let's go back in. How's that?
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. Well, didn't miss much on the last two slides, but in case you did want to see it, let me go back here. So this kind of just breaks it down. The presentation will also be provided at the end of the training. So this way, if you want to kind of go through anything in depth, that's where we'll be able to kind of go through it with you. So getting into the technology that Anchor Audio offers, this is what really sets us apart when it comes to the different items that we offer as far as the different sound solutions. Starting off, battery powered. When it comes to Anchor, battery powered solutions are our #1 key feature. So most of our systems on our product line, you're going to see offer lithium ion batteries. Generally, most of the systems, as far as our top 5, are going to fluctuate between the 7 to 9 hour total battery life. When it comes to charging time, how long does it take? It's a 1-to-1 charge ratio. So that means if you charge your system up for an hour, you get an hour of battery life. If you charge it up for 4 hours, you get 4. And then, of course, if you charge it up overnight, that's when you get the full 7 to 9 hour charge. The lithium batteries were installed in our units moving forward to also make the systems not only more efficient, but we've been able to reduce the weight. So this way we can make the systems easier to transport and set up for our customers. Getting into our wireless microphone technology, you'll see down at the bottom left is the different types of microphones we offer. So we've got handheld options, and then we've got our hands-free options like the headband mic, the lapel mic, and then the collar microphone, which actually wraps around your neck, and it's a one-size-fits-all. So with the mic technology specifically, we actually operate on the 1.9 gigahertz frequency. It's digital, so that actually allows us to add more features that are going to be great for our customers, like automatic frequency hopping. The automatic frequency hopping is a feature that's going to happen in the background. So this way, again, if you are going through your system and you start picking up interference, the system's going to automatically jump to the next frequency. So this way, you're always going to be on a clean, established frequency moving forward. With that, we're able to increase the range. So now we've got about 300 feet range between the microphone and your speaker system. The great thing about that is if you do need to adjust your volume while you're at a further distance, the microphones do offer a built-in volume control. So whether it's our handheld option or any of the belt pack and hands-free options, you do have the ability to lower or increase the sound of your microphones just by clicking on your belt pack or the mic itself. It's a one-time pair function, so that's another great feature. Once you pair up your microphone, you're pretty much paired up for good. So you don't have to keep changing the microphone out every single time. As soon as you come back and you turn on that system and you turn on your mic, you're going to see it's going to take about 2 seconds. The microphone will recognize the sound system, and then you've got the connection established. One of the new things that we've introduced to our product line is the Anchor Air wireless speaker connection. That's a very great feature for customers that need to spread sound out further. Also helps avoid tripping on cables or having to run multiple cables between speakers. With the Anchor Air wireless speaker connection, you actually get a 300-foot range between your main transmitting speaker and the receiving companion speakers. Essentially, to establish the connection between the speakers, you just need to ensure that you have one transmitting speaker and then one receiving speaker. The great thing about that is that it's expandable beyond 2 speakers. So obviously with cables going in between, you are limited. But with the Anchor Air wireless connection, you could essentially establish a connection with up to 1,000 receiving speakers to a single transmitting unit. Again, the only limitation you have between that is that the speaker just must be within 300 feet of each other. So that's kind of the features that I would say set us apart when it comes to our product specifically. Technology is always constantly changing every year, it seems like. But here at Anchor Audio, we're always trying to get ahead of it to give our customers the latest and greatest. So with our systems, we design systems to not only cover football fields, but cover classrooms. And then, of course, our systems are designed to set up and break down within minutes. And then, of course, we just built our systems to last. I'd say that's one of the features that's great, but it's also tough whenever we have customers with 20-plus-year-old units and all they need to replace is the battery. So the great thing about that is that I know the products last, so that's what we want to give to our customers. So going into our speakers themselves, we've actually got different categories for our speakers that we've now put these into. We've got the specialty sound category, the freestanding category, which obviously are your speakers on tripods. And then we've got now the most popular solutions, which are all-in-one solutions. So we're going to dive into each one of these so you can see what they offer, but also where they're commonly used. That's the one thing about, showing our speakers off is that they can be used in a multiple range of areas, but we'll give you some insight on which ones are the specialty sound systems. So getting into the specialty PAs, Anker AN Mini is going to be our #1 sound solution when it comes to a small, lightweight unit that you can carry over your shoulder. The system is battery powered, so you can actually use alkaline batteries in these, or we do offer a recharging kit, and the recharging kit will actually give you 10 to 12 hours of total battery life. The great thing about it is that the system is lightweight, so it's only about 5 pounds total. It does come with a weatherproof carrying case, so this way you can throw it over your shoulder, walk around with the system. And it does have a 2 wireless mic capability as well as 1 wired microphone. So if you do want to save some costs, you can go the wired mic option and just plug in a wired microphone and keep it next to you. The pouch does have a mic holder, so this way you can keep it in there. But if you do want to expand and be more hands-free, we do offer the wireless microphone options, which you can choose any of the ones that we just recently saw, which are the handheld, headband, collar, or lapel microphone. The new feature we just introduced with the Mini is built-in Bluetooth. So it's a great system if you want to just have a little sound system in your office, in your room. You could essentially connect your phone Bluetooth and then also play through your microphones while the audio is going through your device. With this particular system, it's really popular with our teachers and educators, tour guides, and emergency response. Teachers and educators specifically love it because they can just put it up on their tabletop. They can put on their headset microphone and walk around and still be able to use their hands, but also still amplify their voice without having to stress their vocal cords or anything like that. Tour guides love it especially. We've got these systems in aquariums. We've actually got them in SeaWorld. The San Diego Zoo actually uses these units as well, because again, it's a lightweight system that they could just throw over their shoulder. From there, they can just plug in their microphones and have their hands free to point out or kind of give any instructions that may be coming up. Of course, with emergency response, these are systems that, again, are battery powered. So if you have something that comes up really quick, this is where you can pick up the system and go, turn it on, and it's ready to go. Councilman is going to be the wired conferencing system, which is actually a great solution if you are setting up for a boardroom. The system features 1 speaker system that can connect up to 12 base stations themselves. The base station, you get 1 chairman microphone, which is going to be your main master volume control. And then you can get an additional 11 total delegate microphones. This is a great system for boardroom meetings, PTA meetings, and question and answer type situations. With this particular setup, everything is plugged in. So you essentially just plug in your speaker, turn it on, wire up all of the microphones and the base stations via XLR cables. From there, all you need to do is just turn everything on. Again, the delegate microphones have their own volume control, and then your chairman microphone will have the ability to mute, but also control the volumes for everyone else. So this one in particular, we actually see this used a lot in schools. What they'll actually do is for PTA meetings, they'll actually connect this speaker over to a bigger sound solution. What they can do there is allow their customers to hear everything that is in front of them. So the sound system itself will be able to project the audience, and then the speaker monitor will be for everyone on the panel. So this is a great solution for just those quick setups that might not have an installation system in their boardroom or maybe into their cafeteria, assembly hall, anything like that. The systems also can be capable of handling up to 2 wireless microphones. So if you want to have a moderator walk with their own microphone while everyone else operates on the base station, that's an ability that you'll have with this particular system. Getting into the freestanding solutions, these are going to be our most popular because, again, it's a system that everyone is familiar with. Speakers on tripods are very common, but at the same time, our speakers do different sounds based on what you're looking for. Something like the Megavox, you could see right away that it's going to be a different type of sound because it's only got that single horn that's built into the system. What that does is it actually allows your voice to project super loud, super crisp, but also get thrown really far for a large coverage distance area. This one in particular, like all of our systems, do have a 6 to 8 hour battery life. Wireless mic capability is 4 wireless mics and then 2 wired microphones. So this kind of gives you an expandability if you need to add more microphones for different customers, but essentially a single receiver will handle up to 2 users at a time. The speaker system itself also does have the built-in Bluetooth, and just like our other speaker systems, it is Anchor Air compatible. This one in particular is very, very popular with our marching bands. With this one in particular, what they'll do is actually connect one of our belt pack systems to their metronome device. The metronome device will actually allow to connect to the speaker system for a distance up to 300 feet. So if it's a marching band that needs to do drum rehearsals or any band rehearsals, essentially the director will put one microphone on themselves, get the second belt pack and just plug in their metronome device. Now they have the ability to give instructions, but also control the metronome wirelessly for up to 300 feet. Emergency response is also using this sound system whenever it's a quick solution that they need a sound system and they're not sure if there's going to be AC powered anywhere. It does have a handle on top, so all you have to do is pick up the sound system, run with it, and you're ready to go. As we mentioned before, wireless mic pairing is already set up, so if the mic is paired up, they turn on their system, turn on their mic, and it's ready to go. Obviously, track meets, athletic events, law enforcement, those are going to be also great areas of where the sound system is used. We essentially say if you need a sound system that to just project your voice really loud and crisp, the Megavox is where you want to go. Getting into our entry-level sound system, it's going to be our Go-Getter. The Go-Getter is going to be your lightweight 50-pound speaker on a tripod. The reason why I call it the entry level is because it's designed to be at a price point where if you just need a sound system to just reinforce voice in your classroom, cafeteria, but you don't want to have something heavy to put on a speaker stand, the Go-Getter is an option that's available. This one does feature a horn driver up top, but as well as the woofer down below. So different than the Megavox, the Go-Getter will actually give you a balanced sound. So it's whether you're talking through your microphones or playing music, the system is going to give you your highs and lows to give you that balanced sound overall. Just like the other systems that we talked about, this one does have a 4 wireless mic capability, but also the 2 wired microphones as well. A lot of the features that I'm describing, you're going to see are available in all of the products, which is great. Because essentially what we say is with our technology, if you know the technology itself, then pretty much it'll be adapted into every product. So there's no relearning of different sound systems. It's just learning the sound outputs and the technology will be the same. So as mentioned, this one also has built-in Bluetooth, but it is also Anchor Air compatible. Getting into the Liberty 2, this Liberty is actually considered our flagship system. Since the beginning of Anchor Audio, Liberty has been the one sound system that we've actually carried throughout the years. So the Liberty 2 is going to be one of the most popular that we have to offer. As previously mentioned, it is a battery-powered sound system, so you get that 6 to 8 hour battery life. This one has the same type of setup with a horn driver, but also with a woofer. This one does have a little bit bigger of a woofer, so instead of having a 6.5 on the Go-Getter, you're getting a 10-inch woofer with the Liberty. The sound system with this one, you're going to notice has a little bit more punch when it comes to playing music. If you need more sound, we say the Go-Getter will do about half the sound of what a Liberty does. So 2 Go-Getters will actually give you the sound of 1 Liberty. The system, again, also built in with Bluetooth and also has Anchor Air compatible. So similar to the Go-Getter, these are really great for teachers in education. If you're using them outdoors in assemblies or graduation ceremonies, these are sound systems that, again, can just be put up on a tripod, turned on, play your music, turn on your microphone, and this way you can kind of have that balance between voice and music. Golf courses are really picking these up as well, so they're using them during announcements. The great thing about the Anchor Air capability is that any of these speakers can actually be connected together as long as you've got one transmitting system, and then again, the receiving speaker as the second option. Diving into our all-in-one sound solutions, these have actually become very popular because of what we are describing, which is all-in-one. Everything is built into the system, but the big feature about both of these is that they do come with a handle and wheels to make transporting the systems a lot easier for you. The great thing about it as well is that these systems do also include an accessory pouch. So this way you don't have to carry extra pieces to your equipment. Essentially, you're wheeling the sound systems out. The Beacon in particular has a pouch on the side. So this way you can hold microphones, cables, accessories, any devices that you may have. And the Bigfoot actually has an accessory pouch built into its back panel cover. So getting into the system itself, the Beacon is a battery powered solution, so 6 to 8 hours of battery life. This one has 8 tweeters, which is going to be 4 tweeters up top, 4 tweeters in the middle tower, and then you get the 3 woofers down below. So this sound system in particular is really designed to give you a really loud output with a single speaker system. So in comparison, it'll take about 2 Liberties to actually cover a Beacon system. The great thing about the Beacon system itself is that it is a 160-degree dispersion. So if you're not familiar with what dispersion is, essentially instead of it being a tower that just has a straight beam, it actually gives you a widespread pattern. So this way, once you put the speaker in a single location, you're actually getting a fuller range to cover just with that single tower itself. The system, again, also built in Bluetooth, 4 wireless mic capability, and then also the ability to connect via Anchor Air. This one has been really popular with our sporting and athletic events. A lot of times they'll be playing music in the background and then making announcements, whether it's a track meet, whether it's a basketball game, football game, softball, whatever it may be. And then again, anything that you just need to cover large outdoor events, that's where the Beacon is perfect. The tower itself is really cool as far as how it breaks down and sets up. You'll see in the picture on the right, that's the sound system when it's completely broken down. And all you need to do is lift up that tower, flip it over, latch the sides, and then pull the tower up, which is going to be connected by magnets. The great thing about that is that the tower is only about 5 pounds total. So instead of a customer having to lift a 15-pound speaker or a 35-pound speaker up on a tripod, all you really have to do is wheel this single system out, flip over your tower, latch it, flip it up, and then the magnets will connect everything together. So this is just a very efficient system for teachers and educators specifically. There's times that not every teacher can lift the speaker, or the students might be setting it up and they may not have the strength to do it. So a Beacon system is perfect for them just to wheel out, flip over, turn on, and it's ready to go. With the Beacon system itself, it was very popular among our customers and our dealer network, but of course, with everything, they wanted more sound. So the Bigfoot actually came about because we wanted to make improvements on the Beacon. So as previously mentioned, we went ahead and we still kept the handle and wheels. We've actually upgraded the wheels in the Bigfoot to handle more different terrains and also allow you to kind of move and maneuver it a little bit better. The system does have the back panel cover, which the Beacon does not offer. And in that back panel cover is where we were able to actually include the accessory pouch, which was a very common feature that the Beacon system was given. Outside of that, this particular system, our engineers designed this one to cover the distance of a football field. As far as yardage goes, that's about 120 yards. So if you put this sound system at one end zone and you shoot the sound out to the other end zone, the coverage will also make you feel like once you have the speaker over there, it's almost as if the sound is like right in front of you. So we specifically designed this one to be super loud, but give you all the benefits of the portability and the setup time that the Beacon offers. So very similar to what the Beacon gives you. The Bigfoot is great for sporting and athletic events, large outdoor and indoor assemblies, and then of course, teachers and educators. Because as we mentioned before, not everybody can lift speakers up on a tripod. So with Beacon and Bigfoot, you're essentially wheeling the system out, flipping the tower up or flipping the tower over, and right there, you're ready to go. So this is a reason why the all-in-one sound solutions have really taken off, because everything stays with the system. It's only one piece that you need, but you do also have the Anchor Air capability in case you want to connect multiple speakers together. So what's new? So here at Anchor Audio, we're excited for what's coming up. We've been working on this project since the start of pandemic time, so 2020. We finally got to the point now where we're officially going to be launching the product. And that particular product is going to be our new Liberty 3. As you can see with this sound system, it's almost a bridge between our freestanding speakers and our all-in-one speakers. This one in particular does have the ability to be mounted on a tripod, but you also have the capability of pulling up your extension handle and wheeling it from location to location. The reason why we're very excited about this particular product is that we're actually answering all of the needs that our customers have requested. So getting into some of those questions or some of the concerns and needs that our customers have had. With the Liberty 3, we're actually gearing ourselves to go from more of being a PA public address company to more into the music side of things. So while our systems have always been known as that voice amplification driven speaker, with the Liberty 3, we're now going to be getting into a more music driven focus. Some of the features that are going to be different between these speakers and what we currently offer is that the Liberty 3 is now going to include DSP technology. We're getting into our Anchor Flex transceiver technology, which is going to be similar to what the Anchor Air is. And then we've now got an external power pack, which can actually be plugged into the system. And of course, with the microphone technology, because we're going a little bit away from the PA-driven voice side, there is going to be things we did differently with our new microphones that are going to be great for our customers. So we're going to dive into the technology a little bit, just so you can kind of see what is going to be different. So with that DSP technology in Liberty 3, we're actually going to be getting high fidelity music and voice reproduction. Because we put the bigger woofer in there and now we've included the DSP, it's allowed our engineers to fine tune the acoustics and the volume levels of the sound system to give our customers a more efficient sounding system when they're playing their music. There's a white noise reduction in our speakers as well. So if you're playing this in a conference room or in a cafeteria and it's just on in the background, we've actually cut the white noise. So this way, again, you're not going to have that buzzing in the background. The system is designed at 123 decibels. And the great thing about this specific technology is that now we're actually able to produce more sound with that single speaker. Getting into the transceiver technology, which is Anchor Flex. As mentioned before, this is very similar to our Anchor Air. It's going to essentially give you a 2-speaker connection with 300 feet in between. You still have the ability to connect one transmitting systems to an unlimited amount of receiving speakers. The difference with this is that now we're going from UHF connection into the 1.9 gigahertz digital technology. So what that allows us to do is very similar to our microphones. With these sound systems, once you pair them up together, there's no need to have to repair them. The systems stay paired up, whether you turn them off or turn them on, a day later. There's no more antennas, so this way you don't have to worry about putting any antennas on the sound system. The system's already designed to have its own built-in internal antenna. And it's going to have automatic frequency hopping, which is one of the big features that we wanted with that Air technology. A lot of times when you're setting up multiple speakers, it's very hard to have to go to each system and have to change the channel. But with this new Anchor Flex technology, it'll automatically do that for you. The great thing about it as well is that the transceiver technology will actually allow you to program the system to be either a transmitter or a receiver. Our current Air technology is that the module is built in to just be one. So you can only have one transmitter built in, or you could have one receiver built in. With Anchor Flex, you don't have to worry about that. You can pull 2 systems out, program your right to be the transmitter, program your left. The following day, you can reverse them if you need to. So that's going to be the big benefit with this new transceiver technology, is that now you'll have the ability to program your system to do either or. Getting into the power pack, this is also something that our customers have been requesting. There are some times where their event goes longer than that 7 to 9 hours that the systems offer. Sometimes it may just be 1 or 2 more hours that they need some battery life for. So we've actually designed the new power pack, which can actually be set up for the system. So this way, all you do is grab one cable, plug it into the battery itself, plug in this opposite end into the back of the sound system. Now that'll give you an additional 50% power, so you get an additional 3 to 4 hours of battery life. So it's very great for those events where, again, you're not sure if you're going to need the system longer. With this one, you can actually mount it to your speaker stand and keep it there as a safety. If you do run into that 7 to 9 hours and you need that battery life, just plug in the cable to the system, plug it into the battery, turn it on, and you're ready to go. Now, with the new wireless mic technology, the great thing about it is that there's nothing major that's going to be changing except for the quality of the sound. So all the microphones you see are going to be pretty much the same size. There's no changes as far as the form factor goes. It's been a great system for us, so we didn't want to do anything to that specifically. But the one big difference with the Liberty 3 is that a single receiver built in is now a quad receiver. Everything in Series 2 were just dual receivers. So if you had one receiver, you can connect two microphones. Two receivers will give you 3 to 4 microphones. Now with the Liberty 3, we've actually got the ability to do a single quad receiver. So if your customer buys a single microphone at one point, they could purchase 3 additional microphones at a later time and don't have to worry about installing any new modules. Similar to the Series 2 microphones, you're still operating on the 1.9 gigahertz technology. You still get your automatic frequency hopping with these microphones, plus you still get your 300-foot range. Now, the big difference that I brought up before is that the frequency response in Liberty 3 microphones are now going to be down to a 20 hertz, which is going to give you a more warm sound. So a lot of times customers ask us that is, what does the drop in the frequency response mean? Essentially, it just means you're going to get a more warm sound from the speaker itself. Currently with our Series 2 speakers, you'll see it's very PA driven. So your voice is always going to be crisp and clear and really loud. Now with this one, you're going to see it's going to give you a more balanced, warm sound, which some customers have really wanted from us as far as the microphones go. Now with the Liberty 3, we've actually got 4 different ways to order the speaker system itself. You've got the first entry-level sound system, which is your basic. This is going to give you, again, the sound system with your built-in Bluetooth, all of your basic inputs like your line in, your line out, mic 1 and mic 2 wired microphones. The jacks themselves on the wired microphones are combo jacks, so this way you can connect XLR or 1/4-inch microphones. But essentially, you can handle up to 2 microphones plus your Bluetooth with that basic sound system. The Connect version is going to be your receiving speaker. So that's going to have your Anchor Flex technology built in. So if you do purchase any other sound system that does have our transceiver technology, you could purchase a single Connect system, and then that'll allow you to link them together. The Link is going to be the third option, which is going to be essentially a sound system with just the wireless receiver built in. This is something, again, where customers can buy it with the receiver built in, connect their 4 wireless microphones, and then also connect 2 wired microphones as well. So this kind of gives you the ability to obviously use wireless mics with the system if it's going to be by itself. And the Connect system is going to be so that you can connect multiple speakers together. The fourth option is going to be your master hub system. The hub is going to essentially give you Connect and Link together. So this way, again, if you need to use the systems together, the Connect feature is built in so you can connect 2 speakers together. On top of that, you also get the Link built in. So this way you can run up to 4 wireless microphones. Another big feature that I forgot to mention is that with those sound systems connected, if you do your hub system and a Connect system for 2 speakers total, not only can you connect those to have the same sound, but now we've actually included stereo sound. So that's going to be a big feature if you're playing specific music or if you're playing videos or movies, you can now use the system in stereo mode. So, of course, with the new products, the big question always comes up, how much is it going to cost? Obviously, customers are always concerned because you're going from a system that has less features to a system with more features. So we bring this up on our side to kind of give you a comparison between the two. Because if you're comparing apples to apples, this is what we want you to see. With Liberty 2, for example, when you're trying to transport it, there's no wheels and there's no handle built in. So what you most likely have to do is add in our soft Liberty case, which will essentially help you transport the system from one location to the other. This speaker system itself also does include, the carrying pouch itself does include accessories on the side. So this way you can hold your cables and microphones. If you look at Liberty 3, obviously you could see that the speaker's already got the handle built in, the wheels are built in, and in the back panel cover, just like our Bigfoot, we also have the accessory pouch built in. So if you compare these two systems as they should be, so a sound system with the Liberty 2 will have the carrying case, 1 wireless microphone. Right now, retail, as far as advertised price in the US, you'll be looking at about $3,000. If you actually go to our Liberty 3 and you actually purchase it in the same manner, so it's going to have your wheels and handles, your wireless receiver, plus your wireless microphone, you're actually going to see that you'll pay a little bit less with the Liberty 3. We specifically did that for a reason because we wanted to put Liberty 3 at a great price point. So whenever you're looking at the product lines, if you're comparing a 2 to 3, if you look at the prices between the two, you're actually going to see if you fully load a Liberty 3, it'll actually come out less to what a Liberty 2 is. So that's something that we're very excited about because again, it's going to give you some savings, but it's also going to give the customer some savings, especially if they order the sound system in a package, which includes the speaker, microphone, and speaker stands. So outside of that, the sound systems itself, we can constantly talk to you about how they sound and how they're going to look and how they feel, different weights and whatnot. But we always say that the best experience you're going to get is by seeing the product in person. So obviously we have DVOD coming around the corner. So if you guys haven't registered, we'd be happy if you guys can register so that this way we can give you some live sound demonstrations at DVOD itself. We'll let you guys kind of feel the systems, play with the sound system, see what they have to offer. If you want to take them outside and really blast them, that's another great feature of why we like to be there sponsoring with Data Visual at the DVOD show.